Bringing in 3 pitchers, that was important, especially with the departure of a couple of our left-handers, and Matt Malowitz and Pat Martin. And a couple of catchers, which we know with the returning of T.J. Losby and Jeremy Shea, but, the depth there,
Yep.
we wanted to address that. And then also with our infield, which was kind of where we kind of stubbed our toe last year.
Yep.
We brought in 3 infielders, which I really think are going to do a nice job for us and make us a much more competitive team.
With this class, we were able to bring in, fill a lot of needs that we needed. We lost a couple pitchers last year. We were able to bring in, one above the amount that we lost. So that's going to be huge to bolster the pen that way. We were able to bring in some depth at the catcher position, and then also bring in another right-handed stick to put in the outfield. Also, with our infield, we wanted to make sure we brought in a few extra people to help solidify us defensively, and we think that we were able to do that. First of all, it's always nice to bring in some local talent, and with him being from over in the Defiance area, that's fantastic. We've got a few guys from over there, and they know how to play baseball over that way. So we look for big things out of Brett. As he matures, gets stronger, he's only going to get better. As you mentioned, his strikeout numbers were way up. We look for him to be able to come in and solidify our pen a little bit. With us losing Malowitz and Martin, both lefties, bringing in him was very important to pick up some of those left-handed innings. So, we look for him to come in and do that, and like I said, be a solid guy out of the bullpen.
Well, number one, you just mentioned Nick's height and weight and everything, and I'll tell you what, you talk about a tremendous shortstop body, and that's exactly what Nick is. He's a shortstop. He's a young man that all 3 coaching staff members, Coach Blank, Spencer Schmitz, and myself all had a chance to see Nick this summer. And we were all in agreement that this young man really got a chance to come in and battle for that shortstop's job and everything. That's one thing that we wanted to do. We just felt we were a little short there last year, and Nick is a guy that we feel can make all the plays, and not only the routine play, but also the difficult play and everything. So, he has the potential to be a good offensive player, as you mentioned on his stats there, but we feel he's going to come in and challenge for that shortstop's job right away.
Yeah, Tyler, first off, just really solid defensively. That's one thing we noticed about him when we began recruiting him last summer and fall. Makes really routine plays behind the plate, good blocking, good receiving, good arm strength. And then his bat has really developed over the course of last year. He just makes good hard contact. So we see him adding a lot of depth there to our catching positions, and then also we see him maybe playing a little bit of corner infield, just to be able to get his bat in the lineup a little.
Well, another young man that has tremendous body and tremendous strength, coming in as a freshman. He is a switch hitter. He's a guy that has the ability to play not only third base but also possibly playing shortstop. And had a chance to get out to see him play this summer, and actually played for a former player of mine, Jared Askins, at Pittwood High School. Well, Aaron is a young man that, you're right, was a two sport star there at Marine City and everything, and he played on the state runner-up football team. I believe they lost at Ford Field in the championship game, but he's a young man that reminds me of one of our all-time greats that came through our program, and that's Logan Meisler. And Aaron's built just like Logan. He swings a bat like Logan, and he's a second baseman like Logan. So, we expect him to bring his toughness, right to the team right from the get-go. We expect him to challenge for that second baseman's job right away, and should be very interesting. But he definitely adds some depth to us and adds some toughness.
With Jake, he's a workhorse. You know, he might not have the prototypical body that, you know, the 6'3", 6'4", but he goes out there and he competes every time. Like I said, he's going to be a workhorse for us, like he was for his high school team. He comes in, throws from a couple different arm angles. He really has plus life on his fastball. Balls move down a lot. He gets a lot of ground balls, and he pairs that with a couple off-speed pitches that he can throw for strikes at any time. So, you know, we look for him to come in and be able to bolster that pen, much like Jason Link did as a freshman last year. You know, somebody that you can rely on throwing strikes, you know, and getting those ground balls and getting us quality outs right away. And then, you know, also he's a guy that'd be a candidate for a midweek starter type of guy. So we look for big things out of Jake.
Yeah, Matt, just really good player. A lot of athleticism all the way around. Behind the plate, he does all the things we look for. Can catch and throw, block the ball, run a pitching staff, all those things. But he also has the athleticism to play outfield, whether it be center field or either corner outfield, which will be helpful for us because he's a right-hand hitter. That'll help get him in the lineup early on in his career. But has the speed to steal some bases, and you know, we really like his powers developing. He's a big kid right now, and he's only going to get stronger and faster. We see some really good things from Matt.
With Robert, he's an imposing guy on the mound. He's a big kid. He likes to compete. He'll go out there, he's going to have plus life on his fastball, and he's going to be able to throw his off-speed for strikes, which is very important at this level. He's one of the kids that we saw at our fall showcase last year along with Brett Fitzwater. So, you know, that's always nice to have those showcases or clinics, I guess, and have them, you know, be able to work out and come in and be Falcons. So we look for big things out of Robert. You know, he'd be a bullpen guy coming in. But we look for bigger things even than that as the year goes on. So he's going to eat up some innings for us, some quality innings out of the bullpen. We look for big things out of him.